Hi, it's David here with Future Trade. I want to give you some information on your NQ. So we're going to dive into the daily, of course. We're going to look at the 1 minute and this morning's activity, and then we're going to look at that 5 second chart. And I'm going to try to give you about 3 or 4 minutes of real time reading the information that I'm disclosing to you. But I want to talk about what I told you on the 24th. So right here, I want to kind of go into that. I told you that they will lift up before they get here. There was a possibility that they would do it and then, come back down and hit that target. But I did tell you that they shouldn't get back up here unless they want to be asinine about the situation, kind of do something to this effect here. And so they're doing that. Now, in the video that I recently shot, I did tell you that hopefully they can hold right here and turn back around and come right down here. Keep in mind, we're still above the center of the chart. Okay, so I hope you've been following me for a little while here. And if you're new, we're going to cover some of this information. But they're still above the center of the chart. So, yes, they can get cyclical and go back up. And we're going to take a look at the 1 minute and kind of get an idea of what that is and how all of that works. All right. So, but the last time I shot the video, we were right here. And that's when I told you that hopefully they can hold right here because we had a no close bar. All right. So, they managed to just poke their head right outside of that, come back down, and they, of course, hit that mid and that open of that bar, and then they turned around. Now, I took that little box off there because they managed to do that. But what we're going to do is we're going to flip these zones. All right, so let's flip them because now we're going to reference them for a demand move should they want to lean back down. I can honestly tell you, I still do not trust what they're up to just yet. I don't. So we'll see where it goes. All right, now they're moving up. They are moving up. I'm going to just say that they're moving up, but I don't trust what they're doing. Just that's all. Just don't trust it just yet. All right. So now let's take a peek at what is possible here. Want to see a trend. That's all. Want to see a trend, and if they're not going to do that, okay, I need to move this. Let's move this down. We're going to have to move this down. Kind of got it backwards. Let me just do it like this. Kind of got it backwards here. So we're going to have to bring this down here. I'm trying to do all this in front of you so you can have an idea of how to do it yourself. So I didn't want to move the chart around until I got on here. So let's lighten this up. Okay, and now we're going to go in here. And of course, you can use these price levels in conjunction with the scale, or you don't have to use either. You can just go at it with the price action. It's totally up to you. But this just tries to give you a reference point, and you don't have to wait until they come back. Hopefully, you can read it while it's happening. If you see the reversal taking place, you just go ahead and just get in it and know that they shouldn't come past these price levels if you see that it's setting itself up. All right. So oh, kind of did something wrong there. So let's left the number out. Okay. Let's try to get rid of that. All right, let me get rid of that. And we're going to do that one more time. All right, so kind of left that out of there. So let's go here. And the goal is, again, to try to read this while it's happening. So let's go here. We got to come down to that 750. So you're going to want to go to 850 to 750. Okay, so let's see here. All right, so 850 down to 750. And then we're going to go into that 1 minute and just kind of pick apart that scale. So if you're new and you don't know how to use this information, hopefully this will benefit you to some degree. All right, so you would do that. And then even here, because they went outside of this zone, we're going to kind of do the same thing, but we're going to remove these and we're going to go at it with these levels here. So let's do it this way. All right, so now we're going to go 150 down to 050. All right, so we can go 150 down to 050. And we want to see if they'll stay up. Now, if this is what they plan to do, we're just going to do it like this. All right, so we're going to do the same thing, kind of go this way. I know this is taking some of the time away from the video, but I want to show you how to do this too. So if you're, again, trying to get turning points, if you're trying to get turning points, either a resumption or you want to catch the market, well, and for reversals, totally up to you. I don't promote that. I promote trend trading, but this is a way of going about it. This is a way of doing it. So, and again, you can combine all this information or you can just get pieces of it. The main thing is to definitely just kind of have in mind somewhere that you're looking for them to respond and then go with what they're telling you. Try not to plan too much without them, but you definitely want to go with them based on what they're telling you. So again, they're doing this lift. I told you that they could, right before they get here, that they could do that. Now they're hitting the upper part of the scale. Will they get above it and begin to use this for support and then, begin to move up and carry on? Just do something to this effect here and just keep going. If not, they may run into a problem. They may. Now, what is above us? Now, let's just take a look at that. And I'm going to just put something there just in the likelihood that they want to keep continuing on. So let's go 550 up to 650. So we're going to put something just above us here. And we'll see what the response is when they get here. See if they want to turn around. So this is how you'll do it. You just go in here and you'll go 550. And then we'll come down here to 650. We'll just do it this way. In case you want to see a rotation back down, it'll be something to that effect. All right, so now let's go and take a look at that activity from this morning. All right, now we have a trend on the board. All right, it's not 9:30. 9:30 is going to be coming in. Let's get there. And I know they did a lot of back and forth. Now, if you take notice of the scale, and this is something I've been telling you guys since I put it on the channel, if you use your frame of your chart, they're going to have to turn the market right in front of you, right in front of you. They can't avoid it. All right. And this the thing, even though they're trying to disrupt your timing, okay, they have to turn this market in front of you. So what's going to have to happen is that somewhere, if you're playing tug of war, and that's all it is, if you're playing tug of war, you get the center of the scale. If you're above it, well, you should be bullish. If you're beneath it, you should be bearish. And then you just divide the lower half and just repeat that same process. If you're above there, you can get bullish. If you're beneath here, even the more so bearish. All right, kind of the same ordeal. If you're above here, you can get bullish. Beneath here, you can become bearish back to the center of the chart and for a rotation back up. So it's really simple. So now let's pick apart all of that back and forth this morning so you can kind of see how it works. All right, now I'm gonna scroll the chart slowly here. And you can see we're just using your frame of your scale. All right, now I'm the pioneer professional of this method. And of course, 9:30 came, the trend is in place, and then all that back and forth, they never gave you a downtrend. You never saw a downtrend in any of this. If you don't know what the trend is, it's all over the channel, but you count 7 bars higher than the first. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Skip all of this in here, and you need one more higher. There's 7. And you can go off the 7th bar, or you can go off the center of your trend itself and give that same projected distance. And in both scenarios, they would have gave you the distance without taking out your trend. All right. So, and they'll just keep repeating that process. All right. So that's what you had for this morning, even though it was a lot of back and forth. And if you're not familiar with that price pattern, let me go over that really quickly here. And then we're going to look at that 5-second chart. Now, if you're not familiar with the price pattern, it's really simple. You want to see the mid get above the high, and you don't have to wait till this candle is closed. Just get the mid above the high and you take the trade and hard stop there. No close back beneath this bar. They can still close back beneath it. It's just ideal. Should they not do that, hard stop there, take the trade. Again, the mid below the low, hard stop here, take the trade, see them go down. All right. And the bar can be going up and down. You just want that mid to fall right beneath that low. All right. So that's the price pattern there. Now that's what you're seeing with the colored bars as well as the NC. All right. So again, this is that trend that they did this morning, even though they had a lot of back and forth. Now let's take a look at that 5-second chart. Now here I don't have the levels. I just have the colored bars to kind of give you an idea of where the stop would be at. I don't have the level and the text in here. There's the chart scale. Now remember, this chart scale is all about what's happening in front of us. We're not trying to do too much planning without these guys. When they find the trend, get them to test the trend, and then of course hopefully the location would make sense for the tug of war back and forth. It's all about procedural information. All right, so we want to go with something that's established and an official way of doing something. In other words, it needs to be mechanical and very systematic. The doctor, they perform a surgery on you, and it doesn't matter who they're performing the surgery on, they're going to do the same thing. Okay, and in any courtroom you go into, the judge has proceedings that they go through in the courtroom, and they keep doing the same stuff no matter who's in front of them. So 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there's 7. So if they're going to go up, I think they're making a trend down, but it's okay. We're going to do it right here in front of you in real time. So we have 7 lower, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, we got 7, give or take. So if they're going to continue down, you can go off the 7th bar. Let's say the 7th bar is this one. So that should put them right here. And if they wanted to do it from this center, because I know they kind of pulled up before actually making the 7. If I'm not mistaken, they pulled up before making the 7, but we'll give it to them this way. If they wanted to come back up, you're looking at the center being somewhere right in here, somewhere right in that area right there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there's 7. Yes. So the center was right here. They kind of tested the center of your trend before actually making the 7 bar. And sometimes you'll get that effect. But the suggested place that it is headed, let's take a look at this. It's right here. All right. So that's kind of beneath this chart scale here. Now, will they build a trend back up? All right. So will they build a trend back up? Now, if they come back up, here's the center of the downtrend. All right. That's the center of the downtrend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This may be another trend up. 6. So we'll measure this all in real time. Can we get one more higher? Yep, there we go. So now you will project this distance. It can't be both. All right, remember, it can't be both. All right, so we will go this way, and this will put them up here. Forgive the if you hear the grounds being done. Do forgive me. Let's see if they can get up there. All right, now it can't be both. It cannot be both. So the center of the trend here would be here. Now that's above the upper part of the scale, give or take. And again, just giving it to you in real time. And every bar that's colored is a hard stop. All right. So that's another thing to keep in mind. And the bar before is the no close level. So if this bar is colored green, this is a no close level. Let's see what they do. They're coming back to the center of the trend for the up. Now, this is for the up. They're coming back. Now, if they're going to go up, they should not take out your uptrend. However, they ran into the center of that downtrend. Now, it can't be both. Now, let's take a look at where they're going. It will be roughly here. So it can't be both, and you just have to pick which one is much more likely. All right. Now they came down to the center of the scale, kind of came just slightly beneath it, got back above it, used it for support, pushed up to the upper part of the scale and trying to rotate over. Now, which one will it be? Now, if they're coming back halfway, let's measure this. All right, so they came back halfway. Oh, let's just grab that really quickly here. Again, that still would put them right about here, which is outside of that high. And this is a 5-second chart, just reading it to you. This is what professional trading looks like. It's very simple and it's monotonous. You know you have entries where the colored bars are at. Now, could they have, turned from here? They tried to lift up, and it's just they dug a bit deeper. That's all. So let's see what they'll do now. Let's see. Get my crosshairs here. Pulled up on it to the tick just about. Let's see. Still rotating. High 289 and a quarter. Get that high 289 and a quarter. Yes, to the tick. Kind of fell under here. This is a no close bar because this one is colored. They went past this, too close to the turn. Let's see if they can stay above this price here. So what's the low here? 281.50. That'll be just slight overshoot of the upper part of the scale. Just come back under here and then maybe pull back up. Let's see what they do. Let's see. They're almost to that distance, almost. Now, if you're still aiming for the down, let's go with that. If you're still aiming for the down, let's get rid of that. That's from the trend off the bottom. If you're aiming for that down, that move back down, just in the likelihood that they don't want to stay up, you will go something to this effect, and that would put them here towards the back of this trend. And again, you pick which side is, I guess, advantageous for you. So you may only need maybe 2 or 3 bars, so you may not need to take out the whole trend distance. And so you pick a side that's according to your trading plan, what you plan to do. If you only want a couple bars, you may not require that it gets so far. So you may not look for a whole trend move. Okay, totally up to you. But just knowing where the fluctuation should take place at and all the cyclical turns, that would help. If if you know where it could happen, it's all in front of you. You don't have to look so far to the left. You can know that it should happen somewhere near you. Now, here's a green bar. Even though it's red, it met the requirement that this bar's mid is above the bar's high. Okay, so this is a no close bar, and that's the hard stop bar. So even though it's red, that's the scenario. Let's see, can they go ahead and get here? And then once they get here, I will absolutely let you go. And again, you get to see the information all in real time. Even though it's a red bar, it doesn't matter. I want you to know that. Even though it's a red bar, the mid is above the actual high of the bar. All right. And that's when you take the trade. Once you see that mid, that black line get above the high. See, like here, it's getting above the high. You're in that trade, hard stop right there. And you expect that push. And let's see, can they get all the way up to that target? They made this. And let's see, can they get there? And then I would absolutely let you go. On a 5 second chart, no, well, other than the colored bars, no indicators. It's really simple. Try not to make trading hard. All right. So let's see if they come back here. You kind of put it all together. Here's a colored bar, the upper part of the scale. Actually got a couple of them in here. So that would be ideal if they were to come and just turn back around and get back up there. Let's see if that's possible. They only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They might make 7, but let's see if it'll fail. Let's see. So yeah, they got 7. Let's see if it'll fail. And sometimes again, it does that. It would create a trend and then come back and make a trend in the opposite direction. Again, you have to pick what's advantageous for you. Which way would you prefer to go? Now, this is the center of that uptrend, well, the downtrend here. So they can come back to the center or they can go off of that trend bar. So let's see if they were to go off of that trend bar, that will land them back down here in this area right in here. Don't see any colored bars down here, so hopefully they can get back up from here. Let's see. Mm, let's see. Not yet. All right. Small response, but they're not willing to do that yet, so they're going to make it back down here. I'm gonna hold the video just for a couple more moments here because I want you to see this information. You got the push off the, of course, this trend here. They came back halfway and they gave you that distance. But let's see. They didn't want to get back down from the trend over here, clearly. All right, so you're coming back in this area here. Again, this is the no close bar. This is the no close bar. There's a green bar here. So maybe this is it. Let's see if this is the one that's going to get it back up. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3. And coming back up to the center of this trend. See if they'll respond. Again, we're above we're above the center of the chart. So they should stay bullish and we're right here at the upper half of the chart. So if they can go ahead and just get above here, hopefully even the more so it'll just take off and you're waiting. Okay, yep, there go that mid. It jumped above the high. So hard stop here, no close bar. Let's see if they'll hold it. Let's see if they'll hold it. Monotonous. It's something that it's going to do it over and over and over again. This is a no close bar, so hopefully they will not close under here should they want to pull right through this area here. And then once they blow this high, they should absolutely make that distance from before, which was off of the trend bar here. All right, so let's see if they can get that done. Now they're pulling up. Let's measure this one more time and see if they'll come back off the center of the downtrend. Let's see. So that'll put them back through this pivot. It cannot be both. It cannot be both. All right. So they're holding the upper part of the scale here. Now, even though the chart adjusts, the actual levels do not. It remain constant with the actual percentage of the scale. All right. So as long as the chart keep, of course, adjusting, the level will not move on you. And then all you do is gel together the information, make sure that you have a bar that can possibly hold it up and see if it will. Now this is a no close bar. Any bar that's before the colored one is a no close bar, and they're running into it and they're having a bit of a problem. But again, here's a no close level here. So this bar would have the NC right under it. All right, so they shouldn't want to close under this price level. Still above the upper part, well, the mid of the scale, so it can still get bullish. Let's see if it'll take back off. If not, this is where they're coming, and that would absolutely put them back through this lift here. So hopefully this is the one that can get it done. Hopefully, let's see. They're responding to this no close bar, so let's see if this is the one that'll push them right back through there for the remainder of this move back up. And again, you just pick which side is advantageous for you. They're trying to get back under this scale now and hold it for resistance. Let's see which one is possible here. Let's see. Now this is the hard stop bar. They pulled up on it. They not wanting to break it, so we got to see if they again cannot close beneath here and then take back off and get back above here and then hopefully just rip and get the original target up here. All right, that's where we really want them to be from this trend. All right, from this trend here, that's where we want them to be. All right, so now let's get rid of this and let's get rid of this here and let's see, can they absolutely make it. All right, so they thought they was gonna take off on that one. They're working on it. They're working on it. Which one will it be? Which one? Hopefully it's this one. Yeah, the mid is above it. So hopefully, don't come back. Came back into it. Hopefully it can get it done here. Yeah, this is shaping up to be it. All right. Oh no, pulling up. Okay, come on. Come on. No close bar still in effect here. This is crazy. Thought they could actually hold from right there and just push, but they wanted to stall out. They're coming right back into here. The center of this downtrend is what's holding them. This right here is what's holding them. Let's see. Give or take. Let's see what they want to do. See, can we get them to punch right back through here? If not, they're going to definitely want to come back down here. If not, okay, come on. There we go. There we go. Go ahead and go. Hard stop will be under this bar. They're back above the upper part of the scale, so hopefully they'll get you the push at this moment. There we go. All right, let's see if they'll get there. And I'm going to put this line here and see if they'll actually tag it. Let's see if they'll tag it without coming back down here. I don't want to hold the video too much longer. I know they'll get there eventually, but I don't want to stall out too much here. I was expecting them to just be able to just run straight away. Okay, there we go. All right, so that's the information. I wish you all the best with your trading. Take care.